you deem to be correct?
You know what, I think that anytime that you're up against a team that you don't necessarily think that you're going to be up against, I certainly don't think that they went in before the game and said, all right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go up 2-0 at halftime. Then you have to have the mentality to adjust to that. The U.S. hasn't been in that position a whole lot. So now they're up 2-0. They go into halftime. How are they going to manage the game? How are they going to go out there and make sure that they take their opportunities where they come, but they don't completely fall back into a bunker mentality? Because you can't do that, and you certainly can't do it, especially against a team like Brazil.
You see the trophy presentation started. Lucio had the winning goal for Brazil. Brazil getting the FIFA Fair Play trophy, and they win the Confederations Cup for the third time and become just the second country to defend their title successfully, France having done previously. Let's check in once again now with JP Della Camera and John Hartz. Guys.
Thank you, Reese. What an effort from Brazil. John Hartz, especially in the second half. You heard the interviews from Bob Bradley, Landon, they're disappointed. They felt that they let it get away, but what did Brazil do to take it away?
Well, first of all, let's address the number one thing is they were up 2-0 against one of the best teams in the world in the first final ever in a FIFA tournament, and yeah, they did let it get away. It was basically they didn't know how to handle Brazil, the way they came at them in the second half, the aggressive nature of it, and giving up a goal like that quickly does send you back, and you heard Bob Bradley say it was a body blow to the team quickly. Now you're up 2-1 still. And take
Clint Dempsey. Second half really belonged to Brazil. That Luis Fabiano strike in the 46th minute really turned Brazil's fortunes around.
Yeah, and it's a bit unfortunate because the momentum, the positiveness, all that energy carried forward from the Egypt game into Spain, the surprise element there, and then into this final. You know, scoring early was great against Brazil. Holding on to that lead is difficult, as everybody just saw. That's a bitter... follow for the U.S. Of course, they're going to reflect on this and look back and say it was great to be in the final, although grasp, it was there. Players wanted it. In the second half, U.S. were stunned by very talented Brazil. Side were stunned by talented Brazil. Side.
U.S. players will get their medals for finishing runners-up. Same thing after the Gold Cup, but again, only 4 players from this squad are going to play in the Gold Cup, so other guys can rest up for the game against Mexico August 12th.
Absolutely, and it's important that a lot of people that maybe don't follow the U.S. national team as much are starting to see, well, why is it completely different for the Gold Cup? Well, it's a great opportunity for the coach, Bob Bradley, to look at new players and give them an opportunity to prove to themselves and to the coach that, hey, maybe I belong in that squad. And that's what the showcase is all about, different tournaments, different players.
What I like most about this tournament is that the non-soccer world started talking about this.
Yeah.
So much publicity for the U.S. national team because of the way it started. And then getting into the final, they were on all different radio, television shows that didn't really cover soccer before, even here with ESPN. Pardon the interruption. The other day, Josie Altidore was on various radio shows. So more non-soccer people were spreading the message about what it meant to the country.
Well, it's great for the country. It's great. Casual soccer fans out there. Just give people or maybe casual soccer fans out there. The core group of fans, well, we know what kind of support the U.S. gets all the time at home. Sam's Army and many other supporters are fantastic. But again, the champions, Brazil.
FIFA president Blatter with a trophy in hand, ready to hand it over to the captain. Lucio, if he can get over there. The captain has Brazil are the champions. Tough one to swallow for the U.S. So close they can taste it. Could have been them on that stage. As they look up, that's what they see.
But again, that's why you take this and you look forward and you say, now where do we go from here? And you know, how do we bring this to the World Cup qualifying and dominate a little bit more on CONCACAF, and which become difficult games home and away all the time.
On the Brazil side, they show what they were made out of. They were not trailing in this entire tournament. They fell behind 2-0. Maybe it was the USA's destiny. They had none of that. They came up much stronger in the second half.
Definitely did, and they responded very well to the U.S. and that pressure, and the U.S. getting great goals in the first half. Excellent play from the U.S. They should keep their head